Hey everyone, welcome back to Sunny Talks Money, and I'm Sunil Thakker. Let's dive into what happened in the US markets on Tuesday, May 27, 2025, and it was a strong day across the board. All three major indexes surged, delivering a strong start to a shortened trading week after the Memorial Day holiday on Monday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped 740 points or 1.8% to close at 42,343, one of its best days this year. The S&P 500 added 119 points or about 2%, finishing at 5,922. And the Nasdaq Composite led the way, soaring 462 points or 2.5% to end at 19,199. It was a textbook risk on day. And the key driver? A surprise geopolitical move that soothed investor nerves. President Trump announced a delay in the planned 50% tariff on EU imports, a move that had been spooking global investors. He said the tariffs, originally set to go into effect in early June, would be postponed until July 9, following what he called productive conversations with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. That decision alone poured cold water on escalating trade war fears and sparked a massive rally in multinational stocks, especially those in consumer goods and industrials with heavy European exposure. Adding to the momentum, the US Conference Board Consumer Confidence Index jumped in May, the first uptick in 5 months. That was a big surprise and helped reinforce the idea that US consumers remain resilient even amid high interest rates. It also fed into the market's growing hope that the Fed might not need to tighten policy any further this year, a narrative that has been gaining steam lately. All 11 sectors of the S&P 500 closed higher on the day, but the standouts were tech and consumer discretionary. Tesla had a strong session, gaining after CEO Elon Musk announced he was pulling back from political commentary and refocusing on Tesla's operations. That was well received by the market. Salesforce surged on reports it's acquiring the remaining stake in Informatica in a deal valued around $8 billion, a bold bet on enterprise data management. Retailers like Stores and Decker's Outdoor rebounded sharply thanks to a fading trade war fears and improving consumer sentiment. On the flip side, AutoZone tumbled after missing earnings. The company cited weaker demand and currency pressures. In the bond market, we saw long term yields fall, with a 30-year yield dropping about 8 basis points. That was the sharpest one day drop in over a month, largely driven by demand for duration after Japan signaled a cut in long term bond issuance. The US dollar strengthened, especially against the euro, yen, and Swiss franc, boosted by the improved economic outlook and reduced trade war risk. Gold prices slipped, unsurprisingly, as the dollar strengthened and investor appetite for riskier assets returned. Oil prices also fell, dragged down by expectations of increase by OPEC plus output and diplomatic progress between Iran and the US. That's led some to expect more barrels hitting the market in the coming months. Let's take a quick look at where we stand today, year to date. S&P 500 is now up 0.7%. Dow Jones is still down half a percent. Nasdaq is down just 0.6%. And the Russell 2000, which tracks small cap, is still lagging behind, down 6.3%. So while today was a great day, the broader picture remains mixed, especially for small cap and growth oriented names. Looking ahead, all eyes are on Nvidia's earnings, expected later this week, a potential catalyst for the tech sector. And core PCE inflation data, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, which could shape rate expectations for the next quarter. We will also hear from several Federal Reserve officials, and any hint of a policy shift could send ripples through both equity and bond markets. In summary, May 27 was a strong day for the US markets, driven by geopolitical relief, stronger consumer confidence, and renewed optimism across equities. The big question now, can this momentum carry through the week, or was it just a relief rally? We will be watching closely, and I'll be right here to break it down for you. Thanks for tuning in to Sunny Talks Money. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a market wrap. Stay tuned for more updates on the evolving market landscape. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching and stay sharp. Remember, it is all about money.